Hey there, you're watching the Jessa Channel on YouTube. I'm Jessa, and today I am here with more Dragon Age Origins. Yep, we are enjoying ourselves so much here in Lothering, wandering around, taking care of quests. I love this game so much. And I've been thinking, eventually I might do a sort of video blog about my favorite games. Some of which you know. Alistair, calm down. Easy there, camper. Oh, here we go. Wolves! These are the people or not the people, but the creatures I was looking for before. We're going to put this right here, right in front of the wolves. They're going to come running through it. And then put this. Hey, that's not what I meant to do. I don't want the icon. I want the skill. Let's go up here. I'm learning to overlap just a little bit so it gets me a nice wide range. I want to try and get all these dogs in one bit here. Yeah, see, it worked. I also got Gorham in there too. Uh-oh, and here's some more coming off this way. Trouble! See. I'm going to cast 8-2 as well to give us a little bit more, Sten takes like 6 dogs on at once. Okay, and I'm gonna keep going for the dogs that are frozen. That's my plan. The wolves. Look at Sten. Sten, you're so awesome. Two-handed badass. Time to taste steel. Yeah. What she just cast there was Aura of Divine Protection to help everybody.
That should not have taken as long as it did.
Oh, you think so, huh? And whose fault was that? That should not have taken as long as it did. Well,
as you
fine. Wish. Okay, so I was right. I was saying in the previous episode that there was supposed to be a body here, but I hadn't gotten the quest yet. Oh. Found the body of the boy's mother. Oh. Sarah's keepsake added. I think that she would just take a moment of quiet for a fallen person on the battlefield, even if the battlefield is just the North Woods. And we also have some bears, and I don't remember where the bears are. Over here? Nope. Oh, whoa, here they are. Found him. What's he casting? Oh, no, that's actually Sten casting Taunt, as he should be. Yes, success. Okay. And then I head over, running like a granny with a full diaper, and beat the crap out of these frozen bears. Take that, and that, and that, and that. And Sten just cast something. I missed what it was. Okay, and now I believe it is officially time. Dun 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 to raise the difficulty. I'm now on normal. I started with easy just to get a hang of things, and I think I've got the hang of things. I think I figured it out. Okay, so bears all taken care of? Darn bears. That's what they get for trying to eat us. And those 2 quick quests taken care of. I want to know. I've never tried to, but I wonder if you can go in that building. If you know, let me know in the comments. Woohoo! Turning in quests left and right. Doing our best to set things right. Low the ring. We love it though it's gonna fall to the things. Okay.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just. And the stars stood still, the winds did quiet, and all animals of earth and air held their breath. All was silent in prayer and thanks.
And unfortunately, I can't. There's a little line where the kid will say something, but
For
I think
a foundation built of stone, marble, or any precious metal is worthless if faith in the Maker is absent.
Unfortunately, I missed the opportunity to be able to find out, have that little kid say something. But that's one of the things I really like about Dragon Age, is that as you play through it, like this playthrough is much different than it was when I played with my healer Nadia. Okay. So I'm going to pause, do buying and selling, and then we head out of Lothering. Oopsly doopsly. I lied. I thought we were done, but we're not. I just remembered 2 things that we need to do before I got into happy buying and selling mode. And that is, I believe, we have some herbs, I think, or something here to hand into Elder Miriam.
Have any luck finding herbs in the woods?
I did find them. We encountered some small challenges, but it was nothing myself and my men could not handle.
This will help many people. You're a good sort, you know.
All right, quest completed. 50 silver for that. And one more place where we have a quest to complete.
You've been out to the market. There's not much to be had.
There isn't likely to be more anytime soon, that's for sure.
Here's Barlin, the farmer and
Any luck with
merchant.
that poison? Or you here to see my stock?
Oh, what are we missing here? I'm supposed to look for something? I'm supposed to make poisons? Oh, I get it. All right. Let's make some poisons. The person who can make poisons on our team is not on the team right now, so let's... What the heck? Do you guys hear that screaming every time I go to the tactics screen? The frick is up with that? Okay.
Indeed.
Okay, Morrigan is here. She can whip up some poisons for us. Toxin extract. Deathroot extract. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that adds the ingredients we need.
Any luck with that poison? Or you here to see my stock?
I have put together some things that should help with your bear traps.
Splendid! If those beasties come on my land, I hope it teaches them a lesson. Yeah, it's enough gold to cover any of your expenses and then some, hey?
He's gonna be dead by next week. I don't think a couple of poison traps are gonna stop the darkspawn hordes. You know, call me silly, but I think that's pretty much the way that's gonna go. All right, a level up here for Nadia. Ilyis. Nadia's my old character. Ilyis is doing pretty good on the... Well, I just went up to normal, so we're going to see. I'm going to be putting hers... I want her to have a little bit more strength. Strength. Because she has that sword that she's going for. Yeah, I think I'll stay with that. I will raise... I feel like I should put 1 point in dexterity. I will raise her dexterity as well, too. Actually, there. Okay. So we have nothing that's sitting at 11. But pretty much every stat for her is going to be of use in some way. Mostly magic, willpower, strength, dexterity to a lesser extent, cunning as well, too. Constitution to keep her up on the battlefield. She is a spirit healer. Actually, that's not true. I don't know if she is. She has 1 specialization point to spend, which I'm not going to spend yet. Oh, I see. She has 1 specialized potion. Why can't I speak? Specialization point to spend. And she can choose Spirit Healer, but I'm purposely not letting her choose anything. I think she's going to choose Arcane Warrior. But I don't know how long it's going to be before that is unlocked. Okie dokie. 1 point to spend here. Going down to the Divine School. We have Aura of Might. Divine Nova. Instantly healing nearby allies and damaging nearby enemies. I might actually like that. Wrath of the Maker. The caster expels a force of divine power, which damages and stuns all nearby undead, demon, and darkspawn. I really like this one, and she'll be using it. It's a matter of where we're going to go next, to be honest. It's really a choice. This works for all enemies, and this one works just for the undead, demon, and darkspawn. Activation cooldown. I think I'm going to go for Wrath of the Maker, just because we're either going to go to the Mage's Castle next, which is packed full of darkspawn and demons, or we're going to go to Castle Redcliffe, which is packed with darkspawn. Either way, we're going to find some good use out of that. Okay, so now I'm going to do healing. Do buying and selling, and making sure we're all ready to go and leave Lothering. All of our inventory needs taken care of. We continue on, heading out of Lothering, which I believe is in this direction. The things that I got of note are, for Liliana, I got a second dagger for her, so she can use two-handed in her second place here. 2 daggers there for her. Sten got some gloves, boots, a helmet, and I think Alistair may have gotten Alistair got a better sword. Oops, wrong character. Having done what we can here, we hope that the good people of Lothering are able to get out before the darkspawn overtake them. Oh, I see a plant back here.
This should be easy enough.
Uh-oh. Who are you hawing against? Oh, up there. Whoa, hello.
Down you go.
Down you go. I didn't even see what was going on. Oh, 2 people here, frightened. And a bunch of, oh, perfect, a bunch of darkspawn. My least favorite people. Come on, honey, beat the crap out of him. Pause. 3. I'd like you to cast that here. See if we can't do a mass paralysis, and yay, perfect. That worked perfectly. That's exactly what I wanted. Whoa, did you see that? Cool. Sealed letter added. Uh-oh. Oh, dog is still going at it. Did you kill him? Oh, you went down. Awesome. Perfect. Dog, I thought, hey, the battle's over. Dog was like, no, it's not. And you can call him Dog. His name is Gorham. And I don't see anything else that we can loot here. So let's talk to Bodahn Feddic.
Mighty timely arrival there, my friend. I'm much obliged.
You are most welcome. You you are a dwarf of Orzammar. I also hail from Orzammar.
The name's Bodahn Feddic, merchant and entrepreneur. This here is my son, Sandal. Say hello, my boy.
Hello.
Road's been mighty dangerous these days. Mind if I ask what brings you out here? Perhaps we're going the same way.
Well, it is a bit complicated, but you are welcome, fellow dwarf, to come along. I'm wondering if you heard of any tales of Orzammar.
Complicated? Somehow I imagine that only says a half of it. Thank you for the offer, but there may be more excitement on your path than is good for my boy and me. Allow me to bid you farewell and good fortune.
Goodbye.
Now then, let's get this mess cleaned up, shall we?
I really, really like those two. Enchantment! Enchantment! Nothing over here. Just thought there might be something to loot. But sadly, no. Excuse me. Excuse me. Coming through. Coming through. Quest updated. And more screaming. I've got to figure out what is causing that screaming. Gather your party and venture forth. I have a feeling it's something that I have set up in the, Uh-oh. Well, that wasn't pretty. Oh.
Bad dreams, huh?
Oh. Do not concern yourself with the matter. I am fine.
It's just that you were shouting in your sleep, loud, and not in a good, this is private way either. You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them. The archdemon, it talks to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a blight.
The archdemon. That's the dragon you refer to.
I don't know if it's really a dragon, but it sure looks like one. But yes, that's the archdemon. It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me too.
She would not show fear in front of her troops. I am not frightened.
I screamed like a little girl. Duncan said he thought I had someone in my room. Not embarrassing at all. Anyhow, you're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
New quest. Enchantment. Alistair disapproves, -5. Interesting. Huh. I wonder if it says here, when I click on that, it brings me to this screen. Oh, I see here. He is neutral to me. Okay. So, it's not my goal to make all the party members like Ilyis. It's not her goal. She has to make tough calls. She can't show fear in front of the troops. She's just going to be tough and kind of tough it out. So if that means that some of them don't like her, well, then I guess that's what that means. We are here in camp. The fun part about being in camp is being able to talk to everybody, give gifts, and find out their stories. First of all, let's go over and find out. Ilyis would be extremely happy to see. Well, you made your way here in any case. Good to see another fellow dwarf. Or someone from Orzammar, I assume.
Ah, it's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodahn Feddic, at your service once again. I saw your camp and remember the kind offer that you made the last time we met. And is there anywhere safer for a poor merchant and his son to sleep? I think not. I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes?
The voice actors in this game are just fantastic. Of course, Bodahn Feddic. Fellow from Orzammar, you are free to stay. Just keep a mind on yourselves. I have enough on my plate.
Wonderful. Thank the kind lady, won't you, boy?
Thank you, kind lady.
We won't be a bother to you and your companions, I assure you. If you should need enchantments, simply talk to my boy. Otherwise, come speak with me.
All right, let's talk to him a little bit
Your friends
more.
are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road.
Bodahn, have you heard any news? A good merchantman such as yourself would have heard of news.
Thank the Maker we didn't lose Tyrn Logain at Ostagar. He pulled his troops out just in time, so it said. Without him, we'd be lost. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
Well, I will not be taking it for much, I assure you. Have you heard anything else?
I heard from some travelers that something bad might have happened in Redcliffe, overrun by darkspawn, maybe. There's no word from the village at all. Merchant friend of mine said he encountered someone fleeing the place and there was nothing waiting for him there but death. He wisely turned around and came right back. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
And one more piece of news, good merchantman.
I hear the Dwarven King is passed on. Old as he was probably poisoned or assassinated. That's how the dwarves normally go out, isn't it? That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
King Endrin? Surely you are sure of this news. You have heard. Oh, God, I need to go.
Of course. Good fortune to you and yours.
Goodbye.
That was Ilyis's adopted father, and that's the first she would have heard of that news. She is devastated, and now I think that's going to do it for her. Let's see if I can do this. Our first night in the camp, it may not allow us to do it, so I might have to just role play through it. But she would go and sit in the corner and stay there for some time. Basically, I have a mod in which allows you to sleep in a tent, and I was going to do that and let her do that, but it's not working right now, and I know why. It's because it's our first night officially in the game in camp, and the next nights we'll be able to use it. But for now, we'll have to just sort of role play that she did that, and has come back to thank Bodahn for the news.
Are you sure I can't interest you in this hat? A pair of earrings, perhaps? A cheese knife?
No, I need nothing. I tell me, take my mind off of matters, Bodahn. What's your story?
Oh, nothing so unusual and so interesting as you and your companions, I'm sure. Dwarven merchants are common enough on these roads, aren't they?
Well, they are. I have a feeling he has more to tell, but we probably did not pass our persuasion check. Yes, they are, but it still does not take away from my joy from seeing a fellow denizen of Orzammar. Let me see your wares.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
So I don't really have much coins. I don't know why I opened that. But just let's see what he has. He has the Vishal. That's a war axe, main hand. Sylvan's Mercy. Ooh, this is what I want. I don't have enough money for it, but yeah, this is a staff, a wonderful magic staff, so I will have to get some money for that. I did put a staff in Ilyis's second hand. As you can see, that's what it's comparing it to. She just has, who am I comparing to? Fine Dwarven Blade. Well, I thought I put a staff on her. Maybe I didn't. Let's see what else there is here. Some pendants, a Dalish pendant, some belts, some stuff that could be quite helpful. later on. Tome of Arcane Technique. 1 point to spend on a talent or spell. Cool. Oh, that's neat. Those are helpful. If there's something that you think I should be looking out for, considering the build I'm doing and who my character is, please let me know in the comments. And lots of stuff, flasks and all that stuff. That's great. So, let's see also what we have to enchant.
Hello.
The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas actually called him what was it now? A savant. I had no idea such a thing existed.
So, well, I have spoken to a tranquil who was also good at enchantments at Ostagar. What enchantments does your boy do?
He can fold lyrium into almost any weapon or piece of armor, though naturally some of the more extravagant materials will take more lyrium than others. It's a process that some of the master smiths back in Orzammar will perform, but my boy here is just as adept at it. Isn't that right, boy?
Enchantment!
And there you have it.
I wonder how much that voice actor got paid to say enchantment. You mentioned the smiths at Orzammar. I knew of a fine master smith who made my blade that I used on the day of the proving. Well, that's past history. I want some enchanting done.
Enchantment!
Okay, we have the Oath Keeper here, which is equipped by Alistair. The Edge, which no one has equipped yet, let's see. Novus Flame, Journeyman Lightning rune. Well, obviously I'm going to choose the better rune for this. So, electricity damage, accept. And Alistair's quest updated. Enchantment. Elemental powers or other mysterious effects. So here in inventory, we should see that Alistair's got, yep, you can see the down at the bottom of the description, you see +2 electricity damage from his enchantment. Perfect. Okay. So now let's go talk to some people in the camp. Let's start with Morgan.
What do you wish of me?
I would like to ask you a few things. Get to know those under my command.
If you must.
Have you ever been hunted? By the Chantry, I mean.
My mother has been hunted from time to time, yes, by Templar fools like Alistair, which should tell you how successful they generally were. Flemeth made a bit of a game of it, in fact. The Templars would come again, and she would look at me and smile and say that the fun was to begin once more.
I do not know what is making the camera shake like this. I apologize for that if it's making you a bit dizzy. It's making me a bit dizzy. I don't know why it's doing that. I imagine it's probably effect from the fire. Let's see. Well, to be honest, I have not found much to be impressed with the Templars yet, so my sympathies would lie with them.
They came with as much swagger and arrogance as they did self-righteousness. Pity them if you wish, for they held none for us. Flemeth would warn them, once. 'Twas a warning they inevitably failed to heed. And then the true game began. Often Flemeth would use me as bait. A little girl to scream and run and lure the Templars deeper into the wilds and to their doom.
And did you or your mother actually slay them all?
Me? No, I never did any of the killing, until later. And even then, Flemeth was a glutton for that sort of thing. Thankfully, the wilds is a vast place. Once they found us, Flemeth would simply move us elsewhere, and we would be lost within the forest once again. I did not understand the danger we faced until I was much older. I had never heard of apostates or maleficarum.
Okay. Do you still find this, baiting and hunting of Templars an amusement?
I think that my mother made it fun so that a child did not learn to fear. And I think that it was necessary. There are no trials for apostates, no prisons, no mercy. There are only absolutes, so only survival matters. If the wilds have taught me anything, 'tis this. First, you must survive. Do you disagree?
I have no opinion on the matters of the wilds.
An interesting answer for a mage. Enough of this talk. Let us return to the task at hand.
I wonder what she meant by an interesting answer for a mage. Yeah, I don't know what was causing that, so hopefully Morgan disapproves. Yeah, well, that's gonna happen a lot, I'm sure. I don't know what was causing that terrible jumping of the screen. I do know who this person is over here. I'm going to talk to him last. Let's talk to Sten.
Why are we stopping?
We are stopping so that I may make sure some matters between us, Sten of the Barasad, are straight.
There are darkspawn to be fought. Is this delay needful?
I need to know, frankly, if I can trust you at my back, if you can accept my command.
I am Kunari. I have given my word to aid you. We are not people of idle promises.
Well, I would not know because I have never seen a Kunari before, let alone dealt with one or had one in my troops. Tell me about your people.
No.
That was not an answer I expected, as that was not a question I was giving you.
Get used to disappointment. People are not simple. They cannot be summarized for easy reference in the manner of, the elves are a lithe, pointy-eared people who excel at poverty.
Your hostility is unwarranted.
Many humans have said that to me. I do not understand it. If I were indeed hostile, you would be bleeding.
I sincerely doubt it. But, you said you were in the army.
I am.
So, what made you decide to become a soldier?
Decide. I am a Sten of the Barasad. I did not choose to be who I am any more than you did.
And the Kunari, what are their reasons for sending soldiers to Ferelden?
The Antam are the eyes, hands, and mouth of the Kunari. We are how my people know the world.
You are Antam. Well, that does not quite answer my question.
No, I didn't.
Have you ever fought in a war?
I have always fought in war, human.
So you must know your way around a battlefield.
Some of them. They aren't all alike.
She wouldn't ask this question. She's trying to find out basically what his military strengths are. Fine. Let us keep moving.
As you wish.
There's more to ask him. I could go and ask him more, but I will save it for later. Liliana?
Yes?
Liliana, I would like to talk.
Well, here I am.
Tell me about life in the Chantry Cloister. Actually, you know what? No, she would ask 3. What would someone like you be doing in Lothering's Chantry?
What is meant by someone like me?
Well, someone like you who obviously has some military skill, some ability to defend themselves. You know how to use those weapons which are strapped on your back. I do not often see sisters walking around with daggers on their backs.
Did you think I was always a cloistered sister? The Chantry provides succor and safe harbor to all who seek it. I chose to stay and become affirmed.
And why exactly were you seeking safe harbor? What trouble followed you?
The Chantry does not pride, and you should. I desired time apart from the world. I was a traveling minstrel in Orlais. Tales and songs were my life. I performed, and they rewarded me with applause and coin. And my skill in battle? Well, you pick up different skills when you travel, yes? Yes, of course. Let's move on.
Codex updated. Liliana. A lay sister of the Chantry who can beat the stuffing out of trained mercenaries. Would be notable enough, but one who also claims to have been sent to fight the darkspawn by the Maker himself? Okay. There's more to Liliana than had even been apparent at Lothering, however. She spent much of her life as a bard in Orlais, a minstrel, an assassin, and spy. Employed by the nobles of Val Royeaux and their elaborate games of intrigue. Well, I know that. Ilyis does not know about that assassin and spy part yet. Alistair?
What do you need?
I have a few questions.
Ask away.
These skills, they may be very helpful to us in the upcoming fight, to teach others how to be a Templar.
I suppose I could. But I really would rather not. When the Grand Cleric let Duncan recruit me, she made me swear never to reveal Templar secrets outside of the Chantry. I'd rather not go back on my word.
Yes, but a ridiculous Chantry swear is nothing against the hordes of the darkspawn. We need every tool at our disposal, Alistair.
Of course I do. It's just, I don't think you necessarily need Templar secrets to defeat the darkspawn. Ask me later, perhaps. Maybe I'll change my mind. This is not something small you're asking, after all.
And because he slightly disapproves of us, we're probably not going to be able to get him to cooperate too much on that. Let's ask him a few more questions.
What do you need? Ask away.
I need to know more about the Grey Wardens, the history, the past, whatever you know.
Such as they are.
Where are the nearest Grey Wardens from here, from our location?
That's a good question. There's plenty in Orlais, but who knows where they might be found. And the nearest Orlesian city is weeks away. If we go north and cross the sea, there's bound to be some in the Free Marches. Again, however, I just don't know where. I don't know anything about Grey Wardens in other lands.
What about in this land? Is there headquarters somewhere?
Here in Ferelden, there's our compound in Denerim at the palace, but that's it. Loghain will have control over that and be watching it, no doubt. Beyond that, the only place I know of is Weishaupt Fortress. That's the headquarters of all Grey Wardens in the Anderfells, 1,000 miles from here, but I've no idea how to even contact them. So unless we try to get back to the compound in Denerim, I suppose the answer is no. There's nowhere for us to go.
So it is up to us to start rebuilding the Order.
I mean, eventually we would have to use the joining to make more Grey Wardens, right? But I don't know how to do the joining, or what's involved. I know it involves lyrium and some other magic, and that it's really difficult to prepare, but that's it. Unless we can find out more about the joining, I guess we better get used to the idea that there might only be 2 of us for now. Until more come from elsewhere.
She would never ask number 2. And she probably wouldn't ask number 1, but I'm curious, so we're going to ask it anyway. So what happens now that there's just 2 of us, Alistair?
I imagine that eventually the Grey Wardens outside of Ferelden will wonder what's happened. Why there's no contact from Duncan or someone. They'll send someone eventually. Though who knows what Loghain's people in Denerim will tell them. Maybe they won't send anyone. We could try to contact them. But that would mean leaving Ferelden, and even if we did, they couldn't come back with us in time to stop the Blight. So that means whatever happens, it's up to us.
Well, then it is up to us. Thank you, Alistair.
About the Grey Wardens, anyhow. Fair enough. What do you need?
So he was responding to that's enough questions. Never mind. Okay, anyone else to talk to? Is that it? Oh, yeah, there's one more person to talk to. Hey, little guy.
Oh, why, you little...
Alistair, did you perhaps jump at the sight of your own shadow again?
Oh, you're so funny. Such rapier wit. Your furry friend here took offence at me getting near his food. He snapped at me. Look.
Alistair, what do you expect? He is a war dog trained to take the throats out of darkspawn necks. You can expect no different. Oh, he's so cute.
Sometimes I forget that he's a war dog. That'll teach me.
And let's talk to him one more time. This is Gorum.
I once heard a really old legend about how the Hound warriors in the days of the old tribes would feed their Mabari the flesh of the vanquished. Well, that's what I heard anyway. It would sometimes be human flesh.
I love that. Look at that. No, he's so
Oh,
cute.
like you can tell the difference. For all you know, maybe you've already been fed something. Someone.
Oh, he's so cute. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. Gorum, I suggest you do not listen to Alistair. He's obviously feeding you rubbish. It may not be human, but it's definitely rubbish.
Hey!
And there's a little more.
Oh, look at what your fool dog placed in my pack. A putrid, half-eaten hare is not something a woman wants to find in her unmentionables.
Oh, number 2, I would never ever say that. Well, I might have a character that would say that, but I can't think. I can't imagine. Have to be a pretty horrible character. It's always tough when all 4 of these options aren't really what she would say. Well, I believe he thinks you need more meat on your bones. A woman who is going to be under my command in my service needs to be strong, with good constitution.
I think I have enough meat where it counts, and I certainly don't need it in my pack. The dirty mongrel can have this back, there, and tell him not to do it again.
Oh, no. No, 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 no. Gorum, don't try and feed her anymore. You're a war dog, a man, a beast of great prowess, not a nursemaid to underfed mages. Oh, I didn't like that. Oh, I don't want him to be. I didn't want to chastise him. I wanted to chastise her. I believe there might be one more here. She would watch this. Actually, Sten, Gorum, what is all this noise? You will wake every darkspawn within 100 miles.
I seek to understand the dog. We fight alongside each other, and I must discover the strength of his heart.
Well, that is a fine reason. I can assure you that the strength of his heart is excellent. But carry on.
You are a true warrior and worthy of respect.
You are a true warrior and worthy of respect. One of my favorite lines in this game. Ah, I love this game. Okay, let's go and talk to the big exclamation point.
You're a hard woman to find. Where are my manners? The name is Levi Dryden. Did Duncan ever mention me? Levy of the coins? Levi the trader?
Duncan. You know Duncan?
Oh, yes, for years. Considered him a friend, I did. But here I am carrying on while you have a blight to stop. Don't want to waste your time. But you see, Duncan promised that together we'd look into something important for the Wardens. And for me. But poor Duncan's... well, no more. A tragedy it is, at that. But I know he would want his work carried on. His pledge fulfilled.
What promise did Duncan make to you? If it is about the Wardens, it's something I desperately need to know.
My family, well, past a bit checkered to see. Nobles look at us with disdain. My great-great-grandmother, Sophia Dryden, was the last Warden commander of Ferelden back when the Wardens were known as freeloaders. So King Arland banished the Wardens, and he took House Dryden's land and titles.
Well, nobles look down upon you, perhaps for good reason. What happened next?
Hard to say. After King Arland died, there was a civil war, loads worse than this one, and our family was on the run, hunted by enemies, with nary a friend in the world. But Drydens are tough. We rebuilt, became merchants, and we never lost our pride.
Where I come from, that would have possibly made you castless, without even a name. I'm surprised that you kept your name, considering the shame.
Our family's only crime was guarding the kingdom against the blight. We're not ashamed of that.
Understood. So, what favor did you ask of Duncan?
I asked for the truth. My family reveres Sophia Dryden. We know she died at the old Grey Warden base, Soldier's Peak. We want evidence to clear her name. It won't restore our land or our titles, but it'll restore our honor.
Soldier's Peak. I am not familiar with this place.
Well, no one's been to Soldier's Peak since Arland's days. At least none that's come back. I spent years mapping the maze of tunnels to the peak, and I found the way a few years back. So I went to Duncan, I did, and I said that he could reclaim the old base and my family could have its honor.
How will reclaiming the peak help the Wardens? I mean, it may give us a base of operations, but...
Soldier's Peak is strategic and symbolic importance. Duncan said that it would be worth it right there. He also hoped to recover lost Warden history and perhaps a few old relics. No one knows what's up there now.
That interests me greatly. Being able to recover lost Warden history. Anything that we could use to strengthen our stand here in Ferelden. But what's the catch? Why didn't Duncan help you?
Darkspawn surfaced in southern Ferelden, and Duncan got plenty busy recruiting new Wardens and meeting with good King Cailan. Duncan said he would help after the Battle of Ostagar. Said there might be useful things at the peak, but he never had the chance.
It is true. All of that I know to be true. And what do you need from me, then, since Duncan can no longer aid you?
I can pick my way through the tunnels at the base of Soldier's Peak, but the place, well, they say it's haunted, and it'll be dangerous for certain. Will you think on it, at least?
You need our swords. Fine. We will go to Soldier's Peak. I will assist you in this matter.
1,000 blessings upon you, Warden. I'll mark down the location on your map. When you arrive, we'll pick our way through the tunnels together.
Quest updated. And codex updated. And that was, nope, that's, what I want here is quest related. Nope. Not sure where it put that, books and songs, spell combinations, controls, culture and history. The history of the Drydens. All right, our noble Dryden name was smeared, and all lands and holdings belonging to the Drydens were seized by the crown. The few remaining Drydens found themselves with no allies and nowhere to turn. Tobin Dryden, Sophia's brother and guardian of her young son, had no choice but to flee Ferelden. He bought passage to Antiva. He made name for himself as a trader. The DeRocher merchant family prospered and the name Dryden was almost forgotten. However, in 815 Blessed, Sylvie DeRocher uncovered old documents belonging to Tobin and pieced together the family's history. In her pride and perhaps her naivete, Sylvie reclaimed the name Dryden and returned to Ferelden. King Arlen lies dead, and the Dryden name lives on. Our family has survived, even thrived, since the death of Sophia Dryden. The nobles of Ferelden may still spit on the Dryden name, but we Drydens know that Sophia Dryden was a greater than them, almost a queen and a hero of the people of Ferelden. So that's a note that he would have given her to look at along with the map. New codex. All right. So I think that ends it for today. The question will be whether we go to Arl Eamon or whether we go to the Warden's Keep. Warden's Keep is a good location to go to because it gives you a chest for storage. But as you can see, we're not doing too bad on storage space right now. But it's good to have. I'm pretty sure we're going to go to Arl Eamon. I'm a little bit frightened to go to that one because that involves a very intense battle that I'm probably pretty sure will die several times, many times, probably. But we will soldier on, as it were, and go on, I think, to Redcliffe, to Arl Eamon's. I believe that she would want to seek and find out who her allies were as soon as possible. So that's why I think she would choose that option. But I am so glad you joined me today. And if you enjoyed what you saw, please hit the thumbs up button below. And if you loved what you saw, join the party and subscribe. I'll see you back here in the world of Ferelden in the next episode. As always, thank you so much for watching. Get every new Jessa Channel video right in your email inbox. Subscribe, then from your YouTube homepage, click Manage Subscriptions, then check Email with new uploads. And thanks for watching.